Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and this is the video each week where I catch you up on everything cross stitch and knitting. So welcome. If you've never been here before, I welcome you to subscribe to see more videos from me. I do a lot of crafting on this channel and you're more than welcome to join me on my journey. But if you're returning, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It's great to catch up with you, and I'm really sorry in advance, but this is going to be a pretty short episode. On Monday of this week, I was walking my dog and I fell. It felt like it felt like someone had just cut my strings and I just fell straight down. I really busted my ankle and I tore up my knee pretty bad. I'm going to spare you the pictures because nobody needs to see that. But I didn't really get too much crafting done this week. So, but this coming month is going to be crazy. If you didn't hear about it, I'm going to direct you to my Maynia plans video, which will be linked here in the eye, so that you get an idea of all the projects that I'm about to work on in the month of May. But this week, we took a little bit of a break. So I only worked on 2 cross stitch pieces and I didn't finish anything, of course. And I started a new knitting project. So let me just get comfortable. Yeah, I really twisted my ankle. It's starting to heal and, the swelling is starting to go down. I just took my bandage off from my other knee, the one that all my weight fell down on, and I replaced the bandage on that. It's truly disgusting. I don't think I've ever fallen quite that hard before. So yeah, anyway. Spare you the details, but so my first whip that I would like to show you is my Autumn Lane Stitchery Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along, and this one is just really fun. I personally feel like I'm caught up. Let me show you what I'm doing. Now, this is my Dark Queen. I did change her hair color so that it looked like one of the, if I have editing time, I will, yeah, right over here. I'll put a picture in of all of the hair colors that Erin charted, and I chose the one with the purple and the teal hair. She's so beautiful. So this week I finished the seaweed. I backstitched the seaweed, and then I finished all of the magic ink surrounding her. Technically, there should be, according to the chart anyway, there's a crown, there are coral antlers coming out of her head, and then over here, there's supposed to be a trident. Well, when I look at her right now, I like the symmetry. Oh, and there's supposed to be corners up here as well. But I really like this symmetry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be bold and I'm going to leave off the trident for now. And then I'm going to start back up when part 9 drops and we get some of the stuff going on at the bottom. The good thing about a stitch along is that you can do whatever elements of it that you want, and sometimes you can make changes, and that's okay. And I like how the magic ink looks above her head. I like the way that looks, and I feel like right now, without knowing what's going on at the bottom, I don't know if I want to add that trident or not. That's just me. And I might change the colors on it if I do decide to keep it. That is stitched on 28 count opalescent Bewitched fabric by Under the Sea Fabrics. Oh, and I never do this because I don't really much care. I'm a new stitcher. I only started stitching in 2019, the end of 2019, but that's my back. I don't like to back shame or brag. In fact, that's very much not a brag. You can see in her stomach area, it's pretty awful, and this, I don't know what happened right there, but it doesn't matter because this is the side that we're looking at, right? She's gorgeous. I love her face. So I'm excited to see what the drop's going to be. And the new drop is on May the 1st, which is tomorrow. So I imagine that that's going to get some love tomorrow. And if possible, I'd like to keep up to date now with the drops. So Dark Queen of the Sea. And then I started doing this thing that I saw Michelle Bendy Stitchy doing, which is 25/7, meaning you pick up a project for 25 minutes every day and just stitch that 25 minutes and put it back away. And that way you get through a work in progress quicker, especially when it's a painful one. So my most painful whip is actually my Grimm's Fairy Tale Sal by Clouds Factory. I don't know why. I really like the colors and everything. So what I did is this week I started the tower for Rapunzel, and I've gotten this done over 4 days, 25 minutes a day. And that's not so bad. This is Barbarelle Creations Olive Oil 16 count hand-dyed fabric. Barbarelle Creations is on Etsy. I love this whip. Like I love all the colors in it and everything. It just isn't one that I reach for. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, oh, there comes the sun again. I don't know if I particularly like 2 strands on 16 count, but that's neither here nor there. I think I like my cross stitch to be more on the thinner side than the thicker side. I don't know. Also, I put on mascara for you today. I'm not dressing up to go out anywhere. I can barely, I have crutches, like I'm crutching around and hopping around my house, and I have a very, how do I put this? I take care of the inside stuff. My husband takes care of the outside stuff, right? So the inside stuff is falling apart, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's like a bomb went off, and there's literally nothing I can do. I'm just kind of like pulling things around, shoving things in pockets, and trying to like crutch my way around my house this week. So another reason why not much is getting done is because you don't even know how long it takes to get to the shower in the morning. So those are the 2 whips that I worked on this week. That was it. I didn't reach for anything else. I really, really wanted to make that push on my Dark Queen of the Sea Sal because I wanted to finish, I wanted to catch up. And I knew I wanted to only catch up to there anyway. Like that seaweed over here, that's a lot of stitching. When I saw you last, I believe I was somewhere around here. I hadn't filled this in, and I was somewhere around here. So I filled in all of this, and I was right there when we last saw each other last week. So I did all of these ink spots like that. So it's quite a bit of stitching. It doesn't really look like it, but this is a really big project. Like, it's very big. Anyway, okay, so those are my stitchy stuff. Stitchy plans, however, I have lots of stitchy plans. So this weekend is the Up All Night Stitching event with the Black Needle Society. And I'm so excited to be together with everybody in the group and to do the stash dives and everything. It actually starts at 11 p.m. my time, Friday. This video is actually going up on Saturday, but the event is tonight as I'm recording because I imagine that tomorrow's going to be a really big day and I'm not going to want to edit and upload tomorrow. So I'm going to be participating in the Up All Night Stitching event, and you'll see my progress on that on Instagram. You've probably already seen it because this is the future. But I'm very excited to participate in that event, the virtual event. If you have never done a virtual retreat, which is a new thing, then I would highly recommend that you follow them and get updates from them for when the next special edition box comes out, the next retreat in a box. And if you like the idea of these little kind of stash boxes, they have a subscription box that you get every 2 to 3 months. And I think it's 3 months actually. Yeah, every 3 months. And they kind of curate these items in a really nice way for you. It's not for everybody, but I am representing the company. I'm helping them out on this channel. They send me those subscription boxes so that you can see what they're like and what's inside of them. But the special retreat in a box, that's on me. So I am really excited. Either way, I'm excited to participate, but super excited to have the time to be able to participate this weekend in a 24-hour stitching challenge. Haul. I do want to have, I want to talk about the haul that I got like 2 or 3 weeks ago when Heaven and Earth Designs, they had a 50% off sale, and I did purchase something. And I want you to see what it is. Let me just, I'll bring it up on my computer because I don't want to have to do too much editing. But if you haven't heard of Heaven and Earth Designs before, if I can talk and type, it's very difficult. If you haven't heard of them before, they're a website where they chart these licensed images into cross-stitch patterns. And you can use them for cross-stitching or diamond painting if you're into diamond painting. I know there's a lot of you are. But let me just see my account. 2021 view. Beautiful Secrets, it's called. Okay, let me just copy that. Oops. And I'll bring it up here on the website for you. Beautiful Secrets with no background. And I'll show you. There it is. So this is from Adele Lorien. I hope I said that correctly. And this is just the most beautiful picture. I saw it and immediately was like, yeah, I need this. It's got all these beautiful details in the background here in this Art Nouveau kind of style. That I just adore. Bonsai trees. She's clearly a nine-tailed fox. It's just everything about this I love. But there's no background. So if you see here, all of this kind of peachy tan model in the background, all of that. And here in between the flowers, behind her head here, etc. All of that is not going to be charted, which means that I can actually use one of my beautiful hand-dyed pieces of fabric to work on her. And that is something that I have wanted to do for a very long time. So this is the piece that I chose. I love it. I adore it. So I purchased this during the half off sale. And it has 85 colors. Oh, it says here her name, her name, copyright Adele Sessler. So you may know her as Sessler. All right, there we go. All right, so that is my haul. That was the chart that I purchased during the Heaven and Earth Design sale. I do not know when I'm going to start that, but it's there. It's one of the ones I wanted, and it's there, and that's all that matters, right? So, also, I had a thought. Okay, so I was sitting here and I was watching Stitching Mommy for the first time. I've heard of her name on several channels, but I hadn't actually gotten the chance to sit down and watch her. And I love her channel. And she is going to be doing a Mirabilia Mania, where she starts all of these new Mirabilias. And I mean, she's just she's phenomenal. But I had a thought as I was watching her explain all of these things about the Mirabilias, that I have one called Cassiopeia, which is what she wants to do. She wants to work on this, and I'm going to bring it up actually. I'll bring up the picture and I'll pop it in here. If I can find a good picture. Sometimes the problem with, ooh, this one is complete. Sometimes the problem with Mirabilias is that it is hard to find pictures. Oh, yeah, because they get deleted or whatever. All right, so I'm going to bring you back onto the desktop. So here she is. I hope you can see this. This is Cassiopeia right here. And as you can see, she has a very, very light skin. My idea is that, because I was gifted this chart by Chris, thank you so much, Chris. It's beautiful, but I want to do a skin conversion. And I would like her to be a beautiful, dark-skinned woman. I think that it would fit the piece very well with the colors. And so I am going to be kitting this up with the DMC needed to make this change. And if you haven't heard of them before, Lord Libidin on the internet, he has his own website and he does skin conversions. You can do look at the chart and see which DMC you have in your chart and which skin tones would complement that pattern in a different, darker skin tone, which is perfect. Because let's face it, Mirabilias are primarily white-skinned women, and I would like to see someone of a darker skin color lying on that couch. Or chase, or whatever it is. So I just had that brilliant spark of not because it's just, I'll say it again, representation matters, diversity and inclusion. It's really important to see people with different skin tones in cross stitch and in your life. And as someone who lives in Ireland, I really deeply understand that this is something that I want in my life, and I want to see in the next generation's life, and I want them to understand how important that is. Period. Okay, so next up is knitting. Now, all right, I think I said last time that I wasn't going to do this, and then I did. Because if plans aren't made to be broken, why make plans at all, right? That should be my motto. I try to do well, but I fail sometimes. So I am doing the Slipstravaganza. Oh, I said it. The Slipstravaganza mystery knit along, which is no longer a knit along, but I'm doing Slipstravaganza by Stephen West, whose surname I couldn't remember the other day, who is West Knits on Instagram. I am using Mothy and the Squid Black, Midnight Black, and then I'm using colors that my friend Heike dyed for me for Christmas. And I am almost done section 1. So basically this is going to come to a point. Cool, huh? Pretty cool. This is going to come to a point, and then it's going to be picked up on the sides. Very interesting. This pattern is so soothing. I'm steaming through it because it's such a soothing stitch. And in fact, I love it so much that I was speaking to Heike and I was like, this would make a perfect cowl. You know what I mean? Like, it would just look amazing as a cowl. And she goes, well, he does have honeycomb cowls. And I was like, what? So he has the honeycomb cowl, which is like a little bit different look than this. But the one that looks like this is called Painting Bricks cowl. And I'm absolutely going to be doing that in the future because this looks so awesome to me. And you can see it's 3D as well. I don't know if you could tell. These portions right here are carried over, so they're 3D. It's so cool. Anyway, I'm gonna geek out about this, but I absolutely love it. It's so much fun, and I'm almost finished section 1 in a week. Less than a week. Or did I start it on Sunday? I think I started on the 26th. Monday. So right before I fell. It's very nice. I like it a lot. I don't know what else to say. Give it a try. He has videos for, I think, all of his mystery knit-alongs and things like that. He makes a lot of videos for YouTube, which means that for someone like me, who's a visual learner, if I can see somebody do it, no problem. Reading a pattern sometimes can be very difficult. So my advice is to find designers that have the videos to help you. I know I talked about that in the Flosstube episode where I was with Jessie at my friend Jessie's house. Let's see if I can remember to pop that up there. Where are we? 21 minutes? Oh, that's not very long at all. I'm so sorry. But we talked about how we're visual people and like watching the videos that people make help us. And that's another reason why we're here on YouTube, right? I'm sure that all of us have a little bit of that in us, right? So Stephen West, brilliant designer. His first rule to us was don't freak out. Don't freak out. And I think that that's very important because when you look at the pattern and you look at the charts, it's very easy to freak out. Don't freak out. It's not that bad. Now, I have some haul, just one thing, for knitting. And this is probably, I'm guessing this is from the So Livy Dyes Yarn Never Ending Story Club. Whoa, that is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to unravel it under the desk this time. Because that plastic is very loud and I'm so sorry for the last time that I opened it. So Livy Dyes Yarn is on all the platforms. And, oh, wow. I've shown the other ones in previous videos, but this is the most up to date. This is Morla, the aged one, which is that beautiful tortoise. Come on, camera. We like to fight, me and my camera. There we go. I get it really up in your face. It'll focus. Look at that. That is so beautiful. So mine has Stellina in it because I messaged her early on and I asked, do you have a Stellina base? And she said, I don't have much, but for you. I was like, oh, people are so kind. So that's the picture of the turtle from the movie. And this is gorgeous. As you can see in my little yarn store over here, this will probably go with the blues and the greens. But I do have some over here in the neutrals. I think you can see them right there. There's this one, and I think those two would go together really well. My storage area here needs a major rehaul, but again, like, you know, it is what it is. For right now, you can't see on the other side of this area, but there's still boxes everywhere from me being gone for almost 4 months. So yes, thank you so much for this. This club has brightened my day. I really like it. This is 60% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 20% stellina. So it's super sparkly. A little bit more than your average like sock yarn. And I did. We'll have to do it right now. Because I'm not editing this. I'm sorry. I can't. Let me go on to the random comment picker. I did have a giveaway last time. I am so sorry. And YouTube content. This is how I do this. You're just gonna see me do it live. Is where I go and I get the Flosstube episode from the last time. I put the URL into this random comment picker. I'm going to filter duplicate users, and I'm going to filter comments based on a specific text, and it is the word happy. Getting the YouTube comments, and I'm also going to pull up my Google Drive so that I can get my Happy Mail form. In order to win something from one of my giveaways, you have to fill in the contact form, the Happy Mail form, which is linked down in the description of my videos. And I'm not going to show you the Happy Mail form yet. I'm going to look. We've got 33 unique comments, and I'm going to check to make sure that the person it chooses is on my form before I say their name. Yep, she is. So the winner, let's see if I can do this. The winner from last week's giveaway is, drumroll please, Christy Burke. She's actually asked me a question as well, so I'll answer the question. No question is stupid, first of all. I'm new to cross stitch, but does your hand-dyed fabric have the squares like Ada, or do you have to have really good judgment and guess at it, if it makes sense? You can buy fabric that is, let me get my face back in here. You can buy hand-dyed fabric that is Ada. You can buy it that's linen or even weave, but you can also buy it that in the Ada. So instead of just getting the white Ada roll or, a packet of Ada from Amazon, you can get Ada from these hand dyers, but it's just gorgeous. Like, for example, because I have it right here, this, oh, I didn't show you the back of this one. It's awful. This is Ada. This is 16 count hand dyed Ada. And it has all the holes that you're used to. So if it'll focus, it probably won't. But I use, if I'm really feeling uncertain, I will use this metallic floss, which is called sulky floss, and I grid out my stitching area. So I'll put a link up here so that you can see my gridding video. It's not the best gridding video. I'm sure there are other videos out there that'll help you, but this gives me a good idea of where my stitches need to go, especially when the design is very spaced out like this one. The elements there's a lot of space in between the elements, and I guess my eyes just get confused and they skip holes and things like that. So that's what I would do if you're having any trouble. But you don't have to buy linen only if you're buying hand dyed. I started buying Ada, so that's how I first started. And congratulations, you win the happy birthday chart from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. I really appreciate it. Now, I don't remember if anybody said they wanted to see the flip throughs through the World of Cross Stitch magazine. Maybe I'll do that as a bonus some other time. But this time, because you stayed with me for so long, and you stayed till the end of the video, which granted is not very long, but still, I want to give something away. I would highly recommend first that you check out two channels. One is Michelle Bendy Stitchy. If you've never watched her before, she's a designer and a prolific stitcher. She's great. She's on YouTube. She does Flosstube, she knits, she does everything. She's great. She's a really good person, and I'd recommend you follow her. And also there's Rolodex stitches. So I'm going to make sure that I have a link to her channel just below the description, so you don't have to go and look for it, even though all of the YouTubers, Flosstubers that I talk about, they're all there in my link haven document. That's where you can find links to everything. But she's really cool. She lived in Japan for a little while. When I first met her, started following her on YouTube, she was living in Japan, and you know I'm a Japanophile, so I was just like, this is so super cool. And then she moved back to the States, which is also really cool for her and her family. But this particular sampler is called the Rolodex Morning Sampler, and this is based on I have to take it out of the plastic. This is based on a song, and her and Michelle were talking. This is the story as I remember it. Might have some facts wrong with it, but they were talking and trying to decide how to put the song lyrics into a cross stitch, and this is what they came up with. No grave can hold my body down, I'll crawl home to her. Yes, this is allowed in cross stitch. So I did get questions about that the last time I held this up. Yes, you may use song lyrics. They're words. It's fine. Just like you can stitch or design quotes. Same thing. Anyway, this is a brand new, only opened the one time, pattern from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She designed this. It's the Rolodex Morning Sampler. This was the model that you can see the picture of here is on 16 count Ren, which is an Ada from Picture This Plus, using Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, and Color and Cotton, but you could also use DMC. You can follow Bendy Stitchy on Michelle Bendy Stitchy's Flosstube, her website, her Patreon. She's awesome. So if you would like to win this chart, make sure that you filled in the Happy Mail form. You have to be 18 years or older. Excuse me. You could be anywhere in the world that I can ship to. You must have filled out the Happy Mail form. Did I say that already? And I will choose the winner next week if you write the word sampler, SAMPLER, somewhere in your comment. The more fun it is, the more fun it is for me to read. So feel free to tell me about the first sampler you ever stitched, or maybe you've never stitched a sampler before. I actually love this, and I want to stitch this myself one day. I will buy it for myself. This was kindly gifted to me by Michelle to give away, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So use the word sampler somewhere in your comment and you can win this chart. I promise one of these days I will do a yarn giveaway at some point. But right now my ankle is throbbing like crazy. I don't know if you can tell that I've been kind of moving around in my seat. So I better go put some ice on it. I hope that you all have a fantastic day, a fantastic weekend. Enjoy Happy May, first of all. Happy May, and happy whatever plans that you're having for May. I hope that you enjoy stitching. Come stitch along with me. Join me on Instagram and stay for the fun. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you again in my next one. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!